What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with Andrew Cooper. It is Fantasy Football Week 12. We are here to help you guys get ready for your DFS, your seasonal, your betting, whatever you got going on here today. Coop and I are with you for the next hour. We'll bring you all the latest news and inactives as it comes across our screen. And, of course, we'll answer your questions that come into chat. Coop, buddy, how we doing, man?
I'm doing great, dude. I said this on the Sirius XM show before this, but I love weeks like this. Weeks like this give us an advantage, right? Because there's so many fantasy gamers out there that aren't plugged in. In your average 12-team league, you probably have half the people on there aren't on Twitter. They're not on YouTube. They're not a Fantasy Alarm member. They're not in shows like this. They don't know what's going on. And then a few of those guys are probably listening to the wrong people, just kind of checking out Twitter or whatever. This is where we get an advantage because we're here this morning. We care. We're adding the right guys. We know what's going on with the injuries. So it's a big advantage to people like us that take this seriously. So I kind of love these bye weeks. Next week, we'll have Thanksgiving, no bye weeks, nice little turkey day slate. That's for the casuals. That's for, Wednesday high fives with all your hometown buddies. This week and week 14 with 6 teams on bye, that's where us degenerates get the advantage. And that's why we win the trophies. So
Agreed.
Let's go. Let's get these questions popping.
Well, before we jump into it, Coop, I got to let everybody know. Next week is Black Friday.
Yes.
You see the scroll down at the bottom. We got our Black Friday week kicking off. And you know what? I'm just going to kick it off today. So it's come on tomorrow, but what's the point, right? NFL Week 12, Sunday is here. We'll start our Black Friday sale today. It's going to go through the week. I got the QR codes all popping up for all of you guys here. It's $100 off your annual subscription package there. That is less than $16 a month for the year, Coop. I mean, that is less than 50%. That's more than 50%.
Is that the best? Is that the best deal we do?
It might be the best deal we ever do. We do 50% off usually off the first month. It's like $19.98. This is like $15.66, I think, a month for the entire year. So right now you can take advantage of our Black Friday deal happening all week for Black Friday. It's $100 off the annual subscription. That gives you access to, as it says on screen, all sports, all products, all the benefits. That gets you all of your draft guides, access to all of our premium betting, seasonal and DFS content, and access to our premium Discord right there. It's $100 off the annual package. Go to fantasyslam.com/Black Friday. Use promo code BF24 when you sign up. If you scan that QR code or just go to fantasyslam.com/Black Friday, I'm pretty sure it just auto-fills that promo code. You just hit enter, fill in your information, become a member of the Fantasy Alarm family for a full year for less than $16 a month. It is literally the best deal we have ever done since I've worked here, which is going on a decade. So
I see the QR codes getting scanned there on the screen.
True.
I gotta say this, John. One thing I can say for certain is that's the classiest logo we've ever had for a sale. That is a nice, clean,
you know who created that, right?
Is it you?
This guy right
here.
Get
out of here. Dude. That's nice, man. It feels like
I got a little Photoshop chops.
Feels like a black tie event. Dude.
This is nice. It's special. It's special. So I put that together, and you know what? The promo might have been my idea as well. So, anyways, we got $100 off the annual subscription. You throw some weight around, Coop. You make things happen around here, right? $100 off your annual All-Pro. Again, Black Friday week. We're kicking it off right now, today, week 12. So if you are looking for your fantasy football championships, or maybe you're looking to win some money in DFS for the rest of the football season and beyond, right now is the best time to sign up. fantasyalarm.com/Black Friday, promo code BF24, $100 off annual. That is $16, less than $16 a month for the entire year for access to all content.
And you get all of baseball. You get all the way back around to when the NBA and hockey rankings come out next year for your drafts. You get all of NASCAR. It kind of is the perfect time.
All through week 12 of next year. And guess what? When this comes up, it's a pretty good chance we have a Black Friday sale happening next year too. So you can just kind of keep it going. So is honestly the best time to sign up today. So again, we got this going on all week. Check it out, fantasyslam.com/Black Friday. Coop, we got to get to the questions. It seems like we go back and forth on whether or not they're going to give us all the questions in order. This week, they didn't. Last week, they did. So we're going to talk some questions that haven't yet popped up on the screen here. We're going to start off with Steve Arnold.
Steve was in here bright and early. Good job, Steve.
Super early. First person in chat. Good morning. Needs 3. Jonathan Taylor, Tyrone Tracy, James Conner, Kareem Hunt.
Wow. That is quite the list, man. As much as I love Tyrone Tracy, and I've been very much in, I think he actually might have to be the sit here for this one because you got to go Kareem Hunt against the Panthers. Like that's a must. Jonathan Taylor is obviously a must. So it comes down to Tracy versus Connor, and we just don't. This could be a complete dumpster fire with Tommy Cutlets. So I'm going Connor. Connor's been good.
Yeah, I agree with you. Taylor, Connor, and Hunt for me. Sometimes we do see when they have the new quarterbacks come in, they kind of lean on the running game a bit, but
I still like Tracy. I think he's going to catch a bunch of passes because it's a less mobile QB. But we're talking about all guys I love.
I agree, 100%. Ethan in here early with a string of questions. So let's get these kicked off. Ethan wants to know half-point PPR, Dowell, Deontay Johnson, or Audric Estime.
Just got to lean into Dowdle. Like he's the starter. They came out and officially said it. Mike McCarthy did. I don't know in what world we could possibly start Deontay Johnson. Like he's just not. He's not really playing for that team. So it's Dowdle. It's Dowdle for sure. And Estime had the one game versus the Chiefs, but last week they went back to Javonte Williams.
Agreed. Defense, Broncos or Bucks today?
I'm going to go with the Broncos because I think both the Raiders and the Giants are bad, but the Broncos defense is actually really good, whereas the Bucks defense is just fine. I'm going to lean into the defense that has more talent. It's a top 5 defense at DVOA versus a bottom 5 offense. I mean, Broncos are locked in.
Yeah, I'm with you there as well here. Full point PPR for Ethan as well. JSN, Rashad White, or Brooks already starting DK Metcalf. Brooks is what the Jonathan Brooks making his debut here today.
Yeah, I don't think DK Metcalf is going to shift my thought process in that JSN is now he's surpassed Tyler Lockett at this stage.
Yeah,
like he's just playing ahead of him. I just start 2 good players. That game could turn into the game of the week. I think it's a pick 'em on a lot of sites, John, where you can just take. I think Caesars is just saying, hey, you know what? You can have Cardinals -105, or you can have Seahawks -105 right now. So like those games usually turn out to be the good ones.
Yep. Favorite DFS play of the day. I have 100% Brian Robinson Jr. in my lineups today.
Yeah, but like running back is so easy to pay down this week because you got Kareem Hunt with the Pacheco scratch. You've got Brian Robinson against the Cowboys. I mean, I'm taking the discounts at RB and spending up at wide receiver. Again, there's a lot of good tight ends and quarterbacks too, so I'm just going with the high end wide receivers this week.
Yep. Sally wants to talk tight ends here. Full point PPR. Otten or Disley?
It's still odd. I mean, all you have to be is a top 2 target on the team. The number 1 tight end season of all time, Rob Gronkowski, was on a team when Wes Welker got 173 targets. I think Cade Otton is locked in. The matchup is fine, but the matchup's really interesting, actually, John, because the Giants have allowed the fewest points per game to the tight end. But if you look at their schedule, they haven't played anybody, and DVOA actually ranks them like 27th. Right. So it'll be very interesting this week to see how it goes. Like, are they actually good versus the tight end, or
we talk about that all the time, right? Tight end stats are so subjective because teams might only play 1 or 2 teams that actually use their tight end in their offense. So.
Exactly. And last year the Giants were very good against the tight end, but they had Xavier McKinney, and now he's gone. He's with the Packers, so it's like it's a very strange situation. It's a small sample size.
I told this to Bender when he did the DFS show too. There's a good chance that the Giants quit here. They did not like what happened with Daniel Jones. The coach is playing for his job. Defensive players are calling out the way things are being handled here. This could just be a pack it in season for the rest of the year for New York here too. So they could have some of that going on. He has a follow-up question: 6-point passing touchdowns, Mayfield or Mahomes. There is supposed to be some wind in this Giants game, but it's like 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts of 30. Our guy Kevin Roth doesn't think that the wind's actually going to play that big of an impact here. I do love Baker Mayfield, but I can't go against Patrick Mahomes against the Carolina Panthers.
Not against the Panthers. Not coming off a loss. The Panthers are in a whole heap of trouble.
Yeah, they're in trouble today. Yeah. Lucky Leba popping in PPR, need 1 running back, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, CeeDee Lamb, Metcalf, and McLaurin. So he needs to basically sit one. Yeah.
So you know what? It's actually not that hard for me. I'm going to sit McLaurin just because Deron Bland is back. Deron Bland is
no digs though, if that matters.
It does matter a little bit. I mean, but if you were a team like Washington, where you really only have one guy, right? Like Noah Brown is the wide receiver 2, and Zach Ertz is kind of the wide receiver 2. Like, you would be silly not to kind of maneuver your play calling defense to land on the one guy that is consistent as
And it should be such a run heavy day today for
both teams.
the Red Watch Commanders rather. So
yeah.
All right, Lewis here, 1 point every 5 receptions. Jennings, QJ, and then he wants to know Kraft versus Disley.
QJ,
we like Herbert. You texted me this morning wondering where we had Herbert ranked.
Right.
I think you said you might have had him ranked a little bit higher. I like Herbert a lot this week. I do.
We both have him. You have him
10. He's
7
quarterback this week.
Exactly.
So,
I had him too high, John. When I say too high, I say
have him like 3.
I had him at 3 at one point.
Okay,
So
I don't know.
I had to peel back off that and I moved Jaden Daniels ahead. I moved Kyler Murray ahead. I moved Patrick Mahomes ahead. So I actually have him now closer to where you have.
Okay.
And we like Quentin Johnson. I mean, like, what's not to like right now?
Yeah, I mean, because the targets are more consistent for Lad McConkey, obviously.
McConkey's banged up. He might not even go.
But McConkey's banged up, so that could lead to some additional opportunities for QJ here. I think knowing it's Brandon Allen today, you got to go Quentin Johnson. I'm going to go with the better quarterback.
Yeah.
In that spot here, and then Kraft versus Disley.
I mean, it has to be Disley. Kraft not only put a 0 last week, but he's facing arguably the most difficult defense for tight ends. They have Fred Warner. They have Devondre Campbell. It really is not a good situation for Kraft. So It's got to be Disley. And no Hayden Hurst. So I bumped Disley up a little bit in my ranking.
Yep. Lucky's got one again. Need one for PPR. Tracy, Javonte, or Dowell here.
Here is where we go, Tracy, right?
Yeah.
Especially PPR. Just go for upside. I mean, this guy, he's electric. There's certain
converted
guys,
wide receiver too, right? Isn't that what he is?
Yeah, converted wide receiver. And he's a guy that can just make plays on his own. And that's the difference between somebody like Dowdle is that I just haven't seen Dowdle do anything impressive. Whereas Tyrone Tracy can take a screen pass and take it to the barn at any time.
Right. It is like a better matchup for Dowdle to actually run the football this week, but it's just like the teams are selling out basically on this Cowboys defense right now. Lewis has a run of questions, so let's just kind of burn through these here for him. Half PPR, 1 wide receiver flex tight end of Dubs, Jennings, QJ, Leggett, Estime, and then Henry versus Laporta.
So I moved Romeo Dubs, so I updated all the rankings of Fantasy Line. If you remember, I updated them all this morning. Dubs is the guy I moved up. I moved Dubs up and Jennings down. Dubs, Charvarius Ward is not going to play again. So we got Dubs. I would go Dubs, QJ, Dubs and QJ, and then I'm going Henry over Laporta. He's just forget what happened last year. Henry has flat out been better than Sam Laporta. He's been a better fantasy asset than Sam Laporta.
Kind of crazy that Laporta just faded the way he did there. I mean, is it simple as like Jameson Williams' ascension is taking away from Laporta here or something?
It's a combination of 4 things here, John. Number 1, Sam Laporta has been injured every step of the way. The hamstring, the ankle, the shoulder, every step of the way he's been banged up. As you said, Jameson Williams has ascended. The defense has been better, and it's taken a lot of pressure off this offense, and the run game's been good. It's been a much more balanced team, and we don't want balance in fantasy. We want Eli Manning forcing it to Odell Beckham Jr. 20 times, right? We do not want a balanced attack here, and definitely don't want a good defense.
Right.
So, it's been just a combination of you don't have to force it on Amon-Ra Brown either.
We got our first Amir Abdullah question here.
All right.
So Lewis wants to know 1 flex, 2 wide receivers of Addison, Dubs, Demarcus Robinson, Wicks, Hunter, and Abdullah. I'm guessing that's Hunter Henry there. So we need a flex and 2 wide receivers of that group.
Yeah, and so that's the cutoff is exactly where this is the Gus Edwards question. Abdullah, Gus, Justice Hill, Chark, Jennings, Shepard question.
Okay, sorry. He wrote 2 in a row. Okay, so go that one first.
So the exact cutoff for me for Abdullah is Gus Edwards, whereas in standard, I have Gus. In any sort of PPR, I'm just going to start Abdullah. Okay. So Abdullah is one of the flexes. Your 2 wide receivers, you just have to go Jennings.
Jennings and Robinson, probably?
You have to start the guys that have full-time roles. So Jennings and Robinson.
Yeah.
And then the flexes are Abdullah and probably Gus. Gus. Yeah.
Yep, I would agree. Sorry, and then the question below him was the flex and 2 wide receivers of Addison, Dubs, Robinson, Wicks, Hunter Henry. I would imagine that's who that is, and Amir Abdullah.
Yeah, so it's kind of the best spot you're going to get for Addison because they have it's a tough matchup for Justin Jefferson. I'm trying to remember. It's Jalen Johnson, right, on Justin Jefferson, and then you're going to get they can't run as many 2 tight end sets because Josh Oliver's out. So it's going to be a lot of Addison. I like Addison. I like Dubs. And then the flex is tough. Hunter Henry or Abdullah, John? You just go upside with Abdullah? I mean, I don't even know what the upside is.
I don't think Hunter. I don't think there's upside with that. So
go Hunter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hunter here.
Hope we get a Hunter in the hen house this week. We deserve it.
So I lost the. Does your chat?
Oh, I got it. It's the next one's Oswald with the guillotine question.
It's just not showing up on my chat anymore. Okay, hold on. All right, I think I got it. Wait, who's your next one?
Louis Oswald with the guillotine question.
Okay, yeah, that's the last one. That's the next one I got. Okay, perfect. So Monty, Ladd, Dubs, Jennings, right?
Yep. Okay. And it's need 2. I would go Monty and Dubs. Okay. And then for the quarterback question, it's Kyler, right?
Kyler over Gino. Yeah, I'm going Kyler over Gino this week. Yep. There is supposed to be some it's gonna rain during that entire game, but it's not supposed to be crazy heavy. It's just gonna kind of be annoying rain. So I'll still go Kyler.
Let's rip through this set here so we can get up to the ones that are on the.
What's our first question on?
So get the screen is Ann. So
and the morning one.
Yeah. So let's rip through them.
All right. So Alex wants to know Tua or Love today. I'm gonna go Tua versus the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Chris wants to know Love or Murray. I'm gonna go Kyler there.
Kyler. Yep.
Brad T wants to know for me Daniels or Herbert. I'm gonna go Jaden Daniels today. So.
I have it too.
Still gonna go Jaden there. Byron says good morning for fantasy football. Brandon Smith wants to know Herbert or Kyler. I'm still going Kyler today. I got him ahead of Herbert.
Even in 6 point. I mean, Kyler's been good.
Touchdowns last week. So
they've been keeping Kyler upright too. Only 4 sacks over the last 5 games. Yeah. You know, he's choosing when he wants to run instead of running for his life, and he's just a better player when he can do that.
Agreed. Bucky Irving or Rashad White in PPR? This is kind of an interesting question here because they're sort of splitting the carries or splitting the work. Irving's getting a lot of the carries. White's getting so much passing down work though.
That's PPR, full PPR. It's White in standard or half though. It would be Bucky.
Yeah, I think it's White here, Craig, and then pick one of Dubs, Douglas, Palmer, or Slayton.
I'm in on Dubs. This week. Again, it's a matchup based game. So if the 49ers have their best corner, then we don't like Dubs. But because they don't have him, I do like Dubs.
Brandon Smith, full PPR, need 2 flexes of Tank Dell, Juwan Jennings, Calvin Ridley, Jonathan Brooks. I don't think you go away from Calvin Ridley right now, even against Houston. I think you got to play him there.
I think it's Dell and Ridley.
Okay, Dell and Ridley. Yeah, we don't know how much they're going to use Brooks today. So.
I'm so sad about the Brock Purdy thing. Not even because I have a lot of Purdy. It's because I really was feeling good about Juwan Jennings. I was feeling really good about him, and I think that he's the one that gets hurt the most by this quarterback change.
Yep, I agree. Guys, we got 500 of you in chat. It would be super appreciated if you could hit that like button for us here. Just a free way to support the work we do here each and every Sunday, getting you guys ready for NFL week 12 here today.
It means a lot to us, and we do our best to help you guys all out. And, again, we do this for free. We don't make anybody subscribe or do anything. If you could hit the like and subscribe, that's something you could do for free. And it does mean a lot to us.
Yep, agreed. Brandon, we did that one already. Coulter, the Lions fan. Kate Otten, DJ Moore, Xavier Worthy for a flex PPR.
It's not going to be Worthy for me. I think it's either Otten or Moore. I honestly feel like it's got to be Otten. DJ Moore has been bad.
So I actually really like DJ Moore today.
Go on.
I think it's a pretty interesting spot for him. I think that the Vikings as itself are a great running defense, but pass defense, even though they kind of have the name value there in their secondary, they're allowing the second most fantasy points to wide receivers this season. Caleb Williams has had some sneaky good games against bad pass defenses. This is probably more of a DFS thing. He's so cheap, and Williams is so cheap. Moore's only $5K or $5,500 on DraftKings, and Caleb is $5,100. So I made a lineup, and I got Moore in a couple of lineups. He went 7 for 60 last week on 7 targets. So
and when you list those names, if I asked the question, who has the highest upside, I think everyone would answer DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Right? So go Moore.
Yeah, I think Moore's where I want to go there. Brad T, Tracy or Stevenson?
Man, if the QB change is always messes with me. I think it's still Tracy though. I think it's still Tracy because Stevenson hasn't been super efficient. He gets so many touches though.
Yeah. 20 carries in 3 of the last 4 weeks, Coop. You are dead
Right.
on that one. So
You think Stevenson? I just don't. Neither team, I think, is going to win these games.
Yeah, I agree with you. No, maybe Tracy. Tracy.
I think Tracy in full PPR. It's Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy's probably the play, though they have been throwing to Ramondre. G. Edwards wants to know. I said Gus Edwards. G. Edwards wants to know for super flex Stafford, Evans, and Montgomery. Well, you're never sitting the quarterback in a super flex. You say tough Philly D. I mean, like sorta, kinda, but not really. They have some young secondary players are starting to step up, but they're gonna have their work cut out for them today with Nakua and Cooper Kupp. I do like Stafford. You have to play him, but then it's Monty or Evans. I mean, Coop. Last week you said on the show you wouldn't take the 3-1 on his 2 touchdown game, and he had him.
You even said you're like Howard. Oh, you don't like 3-1.
3-1 on your money, and you're like,
well, let's just say the thing is 3-1 on the money is why we were like, well, you obviously start him in fantasy if it's
right.
If it's only 3-1. But yeah,
I still think you go Montgomery for the same exact reasons. He just has tremendous rushing upside in this game here. I like Mike Evans, and I talked to Bender on the DFS show. I was like, listen, if Mike Evans is going to keep his 1,000-yard streak, he's got to basically get like 170 yards a game the rest of the way. I mean, we'll see how
if Jalen Waddle and Mike Evans are going to hit 1,000 yards, they got to have big days today. I kind of like them both in DFS.
But. Yeah, I like them both in DFS, but I am going to go with David Montgomery here.
Agreed.
2+ TDs it's plus 295 for David Montgomery today. So I mean, that's you're not even getting 3-1.
I'm not even going to say that's a bad bet. I can't. It's a good bet. Yeah.
Dan's playing me this week. I'm projected to lose though. I think Estime or Singletary, Coop.
I think you just got to go with Estime for the upside because Estime we did see against the Chiefs got a bunch of carries. Singletary has just been on the back burner. They've made that change. The change is made.
Malik Neighbors officially in today. If anybody was actually wondering. Dan said his team is trash. Oh, never mind. I am projected to beat him by like 40. All right, Dan, no worries. Steve here wants to go. Fourth person. His question was way up here. But anyways, it was Tracy, Montgomery, Taylor, Hunt.
Just one?
I guess so.
Jonathan Taylor. It's a bad matchup, but still.
I think it's Kareem Hunt.
I mean, I don't know if I can bench Jonathan Taylor. It is the Lions.
Hunt's props for today are like, let's see. I looked at it the other day. He had like 75.5 yards, I think it was, for his rushing total today. Rush yards over under. Jonathan Taylor 71.5. Kareem Hunt is 78.5, right? So it's even up from what I saw.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go Kareem Hunt against the Panthers. Like
Kareem Hunt carries 19.5, Taylor 17.5. So I mean,
that's the thing is you can't miss with Hunt. There is a world where the Colts just get blown out and it's ugly, but you really can't miss with Hunt. So go on.
I said Vegas numbers have Kareem Hunt being like one of the best running backs on the board today. So.
Oh, he needs 3 from the list.
Oh, all right.
Then sit 1.
Sit Tracy.
Yeah, sit Tracy. Okay, easy.
Nice. Easy enough. Josh Latshaw, morning 4-point passing touchdowns. Murray, Knicks. Leaning Kyler over Knicks. Oh, that's what did I tell you? I think I had Kyler 1 up.
You did have Kyler, right? You have Kyler ahead.
Yep. Yeah, I got Kyler 1 above Bo. If you're worried about the rain, go Knicks. I think this is still a fine spot, but Kyler has more weapons. So
I'm going Kyler.
I'm going Kyler there, especially in a 4-point passing touchdown. You have the rushing, better rushing upside with Kyler. Same league, full PPR. Need a flex of Tracy or Irving this week.
Tracy, yeah, for sure.
Keith, Jay, Bucky Irving, Chuba, Disley, Laporta. We can't really play Chuba anymore, right? Until we know what that breakdown's going to look like.
Bucky Irving's looked really good. It's just that they have a pass catching back in Rashad White. But Bucky is getting the carries. He looks, I mean, on the highlights, you just watch the games. Watch the all 22. Like Bucky looks great. It's Disley over Laporta, and as crazy as it sounds, it's not even that close. And then it's JMO versus Waddle is a tough one.
I'm doing JMO. I'm a big JMO guy.
Well. Yeah. It's a good day it's a good spot for Waddle, but we just haven't seen him do a damn thing.
Yeah, really have not. He had that 1-yard touchdown catch against Buffalo or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
Big Mama needs 2 flex of Hubbard, Jay Williams. We're going to need some more than Jay Williams here, but
there's a lot of Jay Williams.
Williams.
I'm guessing Javonte.
Yeah, probably Hubbard, Javonte, Otten, or Juno need 2.
It's got to be Otten, and then if it's Jamison Williams, would you go? I would go Jamison, but if it's Javante, I might just go Johnu.
Okay. I mean, we just don't know what they're going to do with the running back situation.
We don't know. Yeah, it's stupid
because they swerved
which sucks because the last time these teams played, Javante Williams had like 111 yards from scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, listen, yeah, it's tough. I don't know why they did what they did with Estime. They couldn't just keep it simple, so we knew what to do there. So
right.
Daniels or Kyler. I'm going to go Daniels, Byron. We're getting close to actually being able to put the pictures on the questions on the screen here. So Ant says good morning. Needs Roshan, Brooks, Booty, or Jonnu in a PPR.
Roshan, Brooks, Butte, Jonnu. Wow.
I kind of want to give Booty a look here. He's still playing 90% of the offensive snaps.
Dude, 97%.
Yeah.
Like the last 3 games, he played virtually the entire game. And he's gotten 6 targets, like what, 4 games in a row now?
And he drops a couple of, like, he could have bigger weeks if he could just hold on to the football.
And he's getting targeted on 3rd downs, which is a huge vote of confidence.
Yeah. So I think Booty is probably the way to go. I know like everybody wants to play Brooks because they finally can play him.
We got to give you the flowers on that, John, because you said, I'm not even kidding, 5 or 6 weeks ago, you said, I think Kayshon Boutte is the best wide receiver on this team.
He honestly, again, go look it back. He was on a loaded LSU team,
right?
And he had like the one COVID year, then he got hurt, and then they had a bunch of guys playing over him. But yeah, he was good enough to be on like a legit program, and just the injuries dropped him in the draft. So
you said that, and I said no.
Yeah.
And turns out that he is. So
you know what? Sometimes I know things.
You know
Byron wants to know standard scoring pick 2 of Connor, Jacobs, and Achane. I'm not going to go sit Achane today. It's Connor or Jacobs here, Coop.
I think that the way, I mean, wow. Both Connor and Jacobs are kind of a same guy type situation. But
I lean Connor today if I had to pick one.
I think you got to sit Jacobs because Jacobs, I mean, the thing with Purdy being out is that doesn't make the 49ers defense bad.
No.
49ers defense is still good.
Yeah. So
I guess Nick Bosa's out. But.
Yeah, go Connor and Achane there. Dude Love wants to know, needs a dub. We all need dubs here. Baker, Herbert. I'm going to go Herbert in that spot.
Yeah.
And then Otten or Disley.
Still Otten. He's, again, top 2 target on the team. Good matchup. Disley is still, the problem with Disley is he's still not super athletic. Disley is almost identical in terms of stats to the last 6 weeks to Zach Ertz. It's like you're getting targets, you might score a touchdown, but do not expect this guy to break a bunch of tackles. He's had a series of insane injuries, and he ran a 4.87 40, and then he tore his Achilles, and he tore his ACL. No, he tore his patellar tendon, and then he also had this crazy broken leg that Pete Carroll said he's never seen before. So, like, Will Disley, not fast.
Yep. And then worried about now. You got to play Neighbors. He's in. DeVito knows at the very least. When in doubt, throw to Neighbors. A-Rich or Levis for Ann. You got to go Richardson here. That's unfortunate though. And then Nix or Daniels. I'm going Daniels, even though I do like Bo Nix. Jaden Daniels for me. Big Mama says PBR of Pollard, Tracy, Harrison Jr., Myers need 2.
I like Marvin Harrison today. I think that the Cardinals, he's got to do something if the Cardinals are gonna have a game today.
I agree. Need one more.
You're not going to start Jacoby against Surtain, so probably Tracy, right?
Does Jacoby get Surtain, do you think, or does he stick on like Tucker?
I mean, he's probably going to be covering both of them. It's like I don't know if he's going to shadow. It'll probably just be like side based, like what side of the field the guys are on.
Like in terms of DFS ownership today, like Jacoby Myers is like right up there among like the top 3 projected rostered players,
which is crazy to me.
And I think it is kind of weird, right? Like because we do think of that secondary in Denver being pretty good, but
Tracy and Harrison Jr. Have some fun, Big Mama. Have some fun. Put the most fun players in.
McAdoo here wants Jennings, Javante, Dunze, Pittman, or Hawkinson need 1 for a half PPR.
Oh man, I wish Pittman didn't have a hurt back. That says I need a Vacchiatomy.
Yeah. I think you gotta go with.
If this were my team, I would start Pittman. I just can't. I can't shake this feeling that he's just gonna be good all of a sudden.
Why? What would make you even consider that?
Snaps, targets.
Uh, uh,
Was he get like 8 targets a game here?
he's got
He's got to hurt back. He's got to hurt back. I mean,
I mean, they're not great. I mean, Jennings is probably the safe play here. I don't think Brandon Allen's going to be like the worst quarterback ever today.
Go Juwan Jennings. He's in the Brandon Ayuk rule.
Need 2 of 3 in a PPR of Reed, Robinson, and Pollard for Johnny J.
Oh, we missed the second half of McAdoo's question, but we have Kyler over Jordan.
Kyler over Jordan Love for the Superflex, yes.
Yep. Reed, I'm definitely Brian Robinson in his matchup.
Agreed.
I might sit Jaden Reed there. Nah, sit Pollard. Start Jaden Reed and Brian Robinson.
Works for me. We have finally been able to show some
ladies and gentlemen
on the screen. We made it through.
We did it.
Before we do that, though, one more shout out. Black Friday deal, Coop. Black Friday week is here. FantasyFarm.com/Black Friday. Save $100 off your annual subscription package. That's good for a year. All products, all sports, all benefits. Less than $16 a month for the year. BF24 is the promo code. Go to FantasyFarm.com/Black Friday. Scan the QR code there to take advantage of this offer. Ann's question on the screen.
Look at that right on the screen. Isn't that nice?
No Brown, nice? Palmer, Wilson, Pierce. Need 2.
No Brown, Palmer, Mike. Yeah, man. I think it's got to be no Brown, and then you just go upside play with Pierce and hope he hits the big one.
Yeah, that works.
Because like Michael Wilson has been playing a large snap share and doing nothing.
Not doing
and Josh Palmer, I mean, like he's kind of the third fiddle all of a sudden.
If McConkey was like out today, you'd play Palmer, but
he doesn't play till tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You won't really know. So
if at some point we hear before kickoff that McConkey's definitely out, then it's Palmer and Noah Brown. But otherwise, I'm just going to go Noah Brown and Pierce.
Okay. Russ wants to know: choose 3 of Dowell, Jacobs, Javonte, or Chuba.
So sit 1.
Yeah, I think it's sit Chuba.
Yeah, sit Chuba. We don't know what the deal is with Brooks, and they're going to get crushed by the Chiefs.
PBR need 1. Debo, Allen, or Thielen here this week.
Just go Debo. He's going to get manufactured touches, screens, handoffs. Like Debo's probably the safest of those.
I would agree.
49ers pass catchers.
Choose 3. So we're sitting 1 of Waddle, Jennings, JSN, or more. I said Waddle here.
No, sit Juwan Jennings. Brandon Allen.
So
Waddle. So the reason I like Waddle, is because Christian Gonzalez is going to be on Tyreek Hill, and Kyle Duggar could make things tough for Jonnu. I think that we expect the Dolphins to beat the Patriots. How are they going to do it? I think Waddle could have
on the ground. That's how they're going to do it.
Jennings though with Brandon Allen,
he's their number 1 wide receiver on that team.
Yeah, but he runs the high A-dot routes, and Brandon Allen's a backup quarterback.
Let's see. Jennings at 4.5 catches. Waddle,
that's a Vegas test.
Yeah, let's see what Waddle's at. Do they even give us a Waddle's at
4.5,
3.5?
No.
Yep.
Bet the over. Put Waddle in the lineup.
Plus 115, by the way, on the 3.5 too. So they don't even think it's minus 150 on under 3.5 catches for Jalen Waddle today.
Bet that and put Jennings in the lineup then.
Okay. Chuba or Dobbins here today? I think you gotta go Dobbins there. A little revenge game for JK.
Yeah, absolutely. No, sorry, I said yes.
Okay, did you say it in your mind? Telepathically?
I just mentally, I was like,
he mentally said yes. Javonte or Rashad?
Full PPR, just go Rashad White. He's virtually guaranteed. Virtually guaranteed targets.
Kicker question. Where's the kicker rankings at, Coop?
I got kicker rankings. Let me just pull them puppies up.
Wow.
What is the question?
Jalen Coker inactive today for Adam Thielen being activated.
Ooh, so, Twitter not going like
Thielen
that.
Going to be a full go today.
Twitter not going like that. I have Sanders ranked 1 spot ahead of Chase McLaughlin. I have Sanders at 7. So let's get him started.
Okay, Sanders it is. Big Mama here, sit 2. Need 2, sit 2. PPR, Waddle, Doubs, Irving, Jennings, Myers, or Dowell.
Sit 2 of these guys.
Yeah.
Probably sit Jacoby Myers and Bucky Irving.
Okay. Full PPR, Henry or Lockett?
Lockett's been pretty bad, and he really does. He is not interested in running with the football ever. Maybe for the past 4 years. So I'm going Hunter Henry.
Yeah, Hunter Henry's fine with me. Darnold, Richardson, or Stafford? I'm going to go Stafford here, Ralph.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to go with
For
that
sure.
one. Hunt, Dell, or McConkey?
Well,
Hunt
it's
for me.
Hunt. Yeah, it's Cream Hunt.
For me.
Cream Hunt locked in.
Need 2 of Hopkins, Dell, Swift, or Jameson Williams.
I like Hopkins a lot. Swift is going to play, but he's
banged up, right? I think
questionable.
it's JMO and Hopkins for me.
Yep.
I'm going to go Sutton over Jennings here.
Good spot for Sutton.
Big spot for Sutton. Cup or Metcalf is a pretty tough question. I think I'd go Cooper Cup still, but what do you think?
That's how I have. They're both top 10 options, but I have Cup at like wide receiver.
Yeah, full PPR. Like I'm going to go Cup there.
Cooper Cup, like if you sort all wide receivers by PPR points per game, Cooper Cup is a top 5 wide receiver. He was hurt, but it's like when he's playing, he's great.
I'm going to go Knicks over Love for Mark here.
Yep.
Tolbert, Booty, or Shep?
Kayshawn, baby. Kayshawn.
Go Kayshawn for there. Watson, Dubs, or Vele?
Dubs. Because Watson's, I like the upside for Watson, but he still splits with Wicks. Like they still share that job.
They do.
And Vele, for the Broncos, no wide receiver other than Cortland Sutton has played more than 80% of the snaps since Josh Downs in week 1. They're comfortable rotating. Yep. So can't trust those guys.
Keith in a tough spot here. Estimate or Justice Hill, and then he has Lamar, and I have Lamar and Knicks. Well, you're playing Lamar.
You got to ask yourself, Keith, like, do you want the guy with the range of outcomes that's this wide, right? Justice Hill, going to catch a couple passes, not going to get a lot of carries, or do you want the guy whose range of outcomes is this, where it's like it could be really bad, or he could.
Estimate actually caught 3 balls last week too, so like they even threw.
I didn't even know he could catch.
I didn't.
This is his first catches all year, so they're giving Estimate a chance. I think you just got to go with the upside play.
I agree with you.
Matthew Sasser.
Yeah, Sasser. Sorry, I got a news update there. Seeing if there's any
bots. Dude, there's a lot of bots today. You know?
It is. You know, here the weird thing is, I thought I put subscriber only modes. Maybe they're just like hitting. Maybe they're subscribing for us to.
Is it subscriber only today?
I put it on because we had so many bots in last week. I thought maybe it would help weed them out, but I guess not.
Well, if they're going to subscribe,
if you're going to subscribe, you can spam our channel.
If you are going to subscribe, then you could drop your OnlyFans links in the chat.
Yeah, no kidding. Was that what that is?
I have no idea. There was one thing that was like it took up my whole screen because of how many there were. I know that the mod like removed it, but like it messed up where I was.
Matthew, that's what happened to me earlier. Matthew wants to know Jennings, D Hop, or Ramondre for PPR.
It's D Hop or Ramondre. I think I go D Hop, man. I think this is a get right game for him. I'm concerned that he's just not playing a full snap share. Like, why did he play 47% of the snaps last week in a very important game?
I don't know.
I think you go Ramondre, actually.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on with D Hop. What's going on with you, DeAndre? Start Ramondre. He was playing it. There's only a couple guys that have running back that actually play like 75, 80% of the snaps. It's like him, Kyron Williams, Christian McCaffrey, and sometimes Bijan.
Luke saying good morning. Good morning.
Let's go.
Oh my guy. Lewis in here. Lad McConkey is DNP limited practice. Limited practice. He's worried about him not playing.
Yeah.
I mean, the limited practices generally are a good sign for him playing. If he was DNP'd on Friday, I would have been way more concerned. Mm-hmm. But if you have him, Lewis, and you're not sure what to do, either make sure that you can go pick up like a Josh Palmer maybe on waivers, or you have to play somebody that's going to be.
If Palmer or Bateman are available, then I'm not as worried. If all those guys are rostered, I am looking to pivot because McConkey has been good, but he hasn't been so good that you like risk a 0.
Right. Irving, QJ, Otten, start 2.
QJ and Otten. I like QJ.
Yeah, I think a good spot for him. Abdullah, Dubs, QJ, Brown need 2.
Dude, any opportunity you have to not start Amir Abdullah, I think you got to take it. I would start Romeo Dubs and Quentin Johnson. Just remember, I know it's like we get so excited about waiver ads, but they're still the Raiders. And
shout out to Amir Abdullah for hanging around the league this long, though. That guy's
10 years, bro,
forever. So
yeah.
Chris always chasing the big payouts over on FanDuel. Vader's chick, keep streaming QBs. Would love to focus on going into playoffs. Have Purdy. I'd keep him and add the next best available of Darnold, Herbert, Richardson, and Stafford. You need
You
two.
definitely need two.
Herbert and
I'm
Stafford, I think, would be the two I'd add.
How are those guys on waivers in a league where you start two quarterbacks?
All right, unless he's looking for backups.
Gee,
She,
uh, I would definitely pick up Herbert.
yeah,
I would definitely pick up Herbert
I
and
think you can get
Stafford.
Stafford too.
All those guys are good plays. Darnold's the one that's kind of out for me, but
Yeah,
like,
Richardson obviously has the highest range of outcomes. Like, if he could just figure it out, he can go for 30 fantasy points.
there's a reason he got benched though, which scares me. So
Sure.
Herbert and Stafford are the guys I would go for.
Yep. Javonte, Dubs, JMO, or Andrews need two for FFPC, which is tight end premium.
Dubs and JMO.
Gino or Tua, I'm going to go Gino there for David.
Hell yeah.
Toronto Dave in the chat.
TD.
The alarms and the likes for Laney.
Shout out to the Toronto area.
Dubs or Addison?
Both in good spots, but I like Dubs. He's the top wide receiver on his team versus Addison, who might be the third best pass catcher.
Sure. QJ or Downs?
So Downs, people were like, oh yeah, because I was like, I made some jokes about Downs or whatever. He still only got 5 targets. So I'm going QJ with the higher A big play potential. If they're both getting 5 or so targets, give me QJ.
Sure. I'm going to go Knicks over Herbert. There,
Yeah.
Rob. Jennings, Debo, QJ, Pierce need to start 2.
I think I go Debo and QJ. You don't want to put all your eggs into the Brandon Allen basket.
Agreed. Need 2 in a PPR of Hill, Edwards. You can't play Mostert. He played 14% of the offensive snaps.
No, you can't start Ghoster.
So Edwards for sure, and then it's Hill or McMillan for you.
I think I just rolled the dice on McMillan.
Okay.
Because Justice Hill is like he'll play 50% of the snaps in the game and get 1 carry.
Yeah.
Like
Otten, Kittle, Disley, which tight end in a standard league.
Otten. That's how I have it. I have them ranked Otten, Kittle, Disley. I had to move Kittle down a couple spots because it's not just the Brandon Allen, but also Christian McCaffrey and Jennings and Pearsall all healthy now. He's not really a lock to get 7 or 8 targets anymore. And he's got his own hamstring issue that he's playing through.
Yeah. Start 3 of Pollard, Hunt, Stevenson, Tracy. Definitely playing Hunt today.
Yeah, I'd probably sit Pollard.
Sit Pollard, okay. Tim wants to know Siebert or Sanders today is a kicker. Is this a kicker question?
Yeah. Siebert has returned, and it's a really good spot for him. Yeah, go Siebert. I'm going to move him up.
Tracy or Connor for Mojo. I'm going to go Connor here.
Connor, yep.
I'm not worried about the rain.
I'm not worried about the rain. I'm worried more about Tommy Cutlets than I am about the rain.
Yeah. Half PPR need 3 of Harrison, McLaurin, Nakua, Jennings.
Puka Nakua for sure.
Sitting right? McLaurin there.
Yeah, I'd probably sit McLaurin. He's got the you're
sitting Jennings. You're playing Harrison and Nakua, I think. So
dude, definitely starting Nakua. Like he's a top 6-7 option in every format.
Receiving yards. We'll do some tiebreakers here for props.
Yeah, check that out because McLaurin with Deron Bland back, not as appealing. I think they're going to run all over the Cowboys too. But then Jennings is such a mystery box with Brandon Allen. That's the thing.
McLaurin yardage today is 62.5. Jennings yardage is 49. So there you go.
McLaurin.
Let's see. Oh, we had a defense question. Houston or Tampa Bay? I'm going to go Tampa Bay defense today.
Yeah, against DeVito.
Yeah, Tommy DeVito. Hawk with Oliver not available or Otten at tight end with Evans back?
I still have Otten ahead because the thing with Hawk, we have to remember no Oliver, but if they're doing this, by this I mean 3 straight games he has played less than 50% of the snaps. If they're doing this as a part of an injury program, right? Does another player getting hurt make them all of a sudden say, let's just take this guy off this program? Or do they just use Johnny Munt and what they have? So I still have Otten ahead of Hawkinson. I think I moved Hawkinson up a little bit, but Otten has been so consistently part of that plan,
Mm-hmm. Jennings and Debo, do I start them both?
No.
I mean, it really depends on what other options you have, obviously.
He did. He posted that same question, and it was he posted the question of Jennings, Debo, QJ, and Pierce, and if it's that same team, then start Debo and QJ because you don't want to bet that much on.
I would agree.
Backup quarterback.
Like the smash button, everybody. Yeah, hit that like button for us. Skinny, good morning to you. Twitch gang, first one in the chat.
Whoop. Twitch glasses for the Twitch gang.
Tight end premium, also going right to you here. Swift or Hawkinson?
Prims. That's where I actually in tight end premium I actually would go Hawkinson because Swift is hurt. Like, what if Swift goes out and plays 10 snaps or or even just goes to warm up before the game and doesn't play? Like, right. I'm going Hawk. In tight end premium, go Hawk.
Bateman or Jonnu full PPR?
Jonnu's been pretty good lately.
Yeah,
to be honest, I go Jonnu.
Okay. Ladd or JMO for our guy Belmer here?
Just go JMO. It was already close, and McConkey's hurt.
Yep. Dowell or Eckler?
I go. I mean, is this a situation where both running backs can eat, John?
I bet they both get touches. How many touches Eckler gets, I guess, is the question.
Yeah. Like, one guy's going to get all the touches on the team that's going to get crushed versus a guy that's going to split on the team that's going to win handedly.
Yep. He's not the one that's going to run out that game either, Eckler. So
I go Dowdle. Yeah, I go Dowdle. It's probably going to be Chris Rodriguez running the game out.
It could be, yeah. Stevenson, Robinson, Jennings, or JMO. Pick one. Ooh. I think it's Brian Robinson.
Yeah, because they're going to crush him.
Yeah.
The implied point total for Washington is like 27 and change.
I'm going Kyler over Knicks today.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also Dell and Jameson. Dell, Jameson, PBR. I'm starting McBride. Still going to go Jameson. That's fine. Kyler, McBride, and Jameson are good.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Brooks officially active for today. We do that. Jacobs, Jones, or Taylor? Need two.
I'd probably go Jacobs and Taylor. Aaron Jones, ever since he hurt his rib, they've been mixing in Cam Akers a little more than I like.
Okay. Would you go Bucky Irving, Stevenson today?
Stevenson, dude.
And then Hopkins or Downs?
Hopkins.
Need two. Knicks, Tua, Gino. I'm sitting Tua here, Raymond.
Agreed.
Let's see. Josh saying hit the like button. Appreciate that. And then Superflex. Goff, Stroud, DeVito. Oh, that's not even a question, my guy. You're playing Goff and Stroud there.
Yep.
And then should I play Neighbors more Sutton?
Just one?
Sutton, I think.
It's Sutton, yeah. Matchup based. Neighbors is banged up. Playing with DeVito. Yeah, Sutton.
Herbert or Stroud? I'm going to Herbert. I have Stroud way down today.
I'm not as high on Stroud either.
Hawkinson or Kittle?
You still got to go Kittle there because Kittle's still going to play his role, whereas Hawk, we don't know. We don't know what if he's going to play 50%, 60%, 70%. We don't know.
Agreed here. Standard league, need Downs, Jennings, or DJ?
Standard is the worst format for Downs.
It's the worst format probably for all of them. I think I go DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, yeah.
Harrison, Bucky, Tracy, Evans, start 2 for a half PPR.
Oh, dude, I just remember we got football coming up in like an hour.
Remember?
I don't know what it was. Like, I was just like,
we've been doing this whole time.
I don't know. We've been going through all this, and I just remembered. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I could picture DJ Moore scoring a long touchdown today. And then I was like, oh, dude, we're going to find out.
DJ Moore is a guy I'm playing this week. So
yeah, I don't know why. I was like, oh, man, I just got all fired up.
Welcome to the show. We're talking football.
I'm talking football. I've been doing football stuff for like 5 hours, but like we actually get to watch it. So
yeah, we actually get to watch it. Great, bro. Anyways,
give me Marvin Evans, right? Where's Tracy? Probably, it's not Bucky.
Nah, it's probably the 2 wide receivers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Kyler over Herbert here, Joe.
Is it Evans and Tracy, John?
No, it's Evans and Harrison.
Okay, good. Yes, Kyler.
Yeah, Kyler there. And then DK single entry. Would you play Allen or DeVito with Abdullah and Schoonmaker? I don't mind Schoonmaker 2,500. I have him in some lineups this week. You can tell me if I'm wrong or not. But in the 2 games where he's been extended, he's been good. So
you have to because he's the bare minimum price.
Yeah.
He got 10 targets last week. And also, we never even really liked Jake Ferguson for his athleticism. He's not super athletic.
For his ability. That offense is conducive to the starting tight end being productive. So
That was the argument the whole time. So
Yep.
that argument has not changed. So
Nope.
you have to make one Schoonmaker lineup somewhere out of defensively.
Yeah.
It's like a chalk defense. And I mean, if you start all those guys, I mean, you have so much money.
I'm okay playing. I would play Brandon Allen over DeVito. Allen obviously just has more talent around him, right? Better offensive line, McCaffrey, Debo, Kittle, Jennings, like far more opportunity to be successful today than DeVito.
Yes.
I'm not playing Abdullah. I know the field is playing Abdullah, but like I just don't see like
it's
him.
probably going to be just bad. Like the team's just going to be bad.
I don't see it. I don't. He's not going to carry the ball 25 times. You need him to get like 5 for 70 catching or something.
With the Allen and DeVito question, it's you have a bad quarterback with a good team or a bad quarterback with a bad team.
Right.
It seems pretty obvious to me.
Give me Brandon Allen here.
Yes.
Plus, you just trust Kyle Shanahan's system. That's what you do. For DFS, name 3 of your favorites. I mean, I got a DFS playbook up and a dartboard for everybody. You guys can all go check that out.
I will name.
I've already said DJ Moore, and I've already said I'm playing Brian Robinson everywhere. Yeah. And
I like
those 2 there.
I like Hunter Henry. Okay. Yeah. I like who else do I like this week? That's it.
I'll say this: if you want to check out the DFS playbook, you can get it for $100 off your annual subscription right now. Faceline.com/Black Friday. It's as simple as that. You can go get the All Pro subscription. You can check out our playbook, our core plays. I did example lineups this morning. I got the dartboard out there. Dartboard's been on fire.
It's all up there, babe.
We had Nick Westbrook, Akine, and Marquez Valdes-Scantling last week in the dartboard. So, go check it out. Black Friday week is here. We're giving you the deal right now.
Yeah, deal's there. Couple free ones, though. We like Brian Robinson. We like Kareem Hunt. We like Hunter Henry. I like Jaden Waddle. John doesn't. He's being mean. But, we got a whole all mapped out for you we break down DraftKings, break down FanDuel, give you different options because they're different formats.
Yep.
Very different now that there's like the bonuses on FanDuel, and also you can play that Sunday night game. Yeah, we talk RT Sports stuff because they got the Monday game. So
we got everything going on. So check it out. Black Friday week is here. We got the deal going on right now. Faceline.com/Black Friday, $100 off your annual. It breaks down to less than $16 a month for the year. It's quite literally the best deal we've ever done since I've been here forever.
Yep. Rapid fire. Let's do a little rapid fire.
All right, Tracy Jr. or Eckler here for Levi?
Tracy, yeah.
Got to figure out a way to hide this real quick. Where's our question?
There we go.
There we're back. We're back.
There we go.
Or maybe we're not.
Oh, look at the bots are back. What's
we're back. Richardson or Tua?
Richardson, come on.
Probably Richardson. Is Christian Gonzalez playing today, as far as I know?
Yeah, I have not heard a single thing that says otherwise. Chat, if you have seen that Christian Gonzalez is not going to play, let me know. Officially active for Mike Cadlick, who does a good job.
I mean, Richard, if you're playing Richardson in a GPP, then sure. I mean, this is the whole point. Like super low owned plays today against Detroit. That's fine. Yeah, you can play them both and stack and bring Amon-Ra St. Brown back, or something like that.
DFS is the perfect place to play Alec Pierce. Agreed. He's a best ball DFS guy because he could score a 70-yard touchdown or he could have 0 points. But if he has 0, who cares? It's just another one of your GPP nothings.
Schoonmaker or Kraft?
Schoon, man.
Agreed.
Yeah, I really hate the matchup for Kraft.
Yeah. Tracy, Connor, Walker, Barkley. I got to sit one. You're sitting Tracy.
Yep.
Moody or John Power. We got a lot of kicker questions today. Why are you guys playing the leagues with kickers? What are you doing?
No, you got to play all the positions because it's a slippery slope, John. You start moving kickers, then you start moving defenses. All of a sudden, people are like, "Why do we got this?"
Those are the best leagues that I play in. No defenses.
No.
It's true.
Keep them all. I would still go Moody. I think that offense is good enough to get into field goal range.
All right, Ryan wants us to pick 3 here: Javonte, Abdullah, Downs, Sutton, Waddle, JSN. So we're gonna start with Sutton and JSN.
Yes,
and then we pick one of the rest.
Way to take the easy ones, John.
You're the analyst here.
Downs. We're all analysts here. Downs. Go Downs in PPR.
And saying hit the thumbs up. Chris says he saw Cooper Kupp drinking last night at the crypto arena. Was there a concert going on at the crypto arena last night?
Yeah, that's how many times have you seen Baker Mayfield shotgun a beer at every event, whether it's a hockey game or a baseball game?
I'm sure Cooper's fine.
I'm sure.
Dowell, Jacobs, Javonte take the lowest rank compared to Waddle for a flex spot. Playing Jacobs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tracy or Kenneth Walker? I'm going Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker's awesome.
Lamar. There we go. Lamar, Goff, or Stafford. Lamar for me.
Lamar.
Still. Last week I started Lamar over Goff. Went after the yeah. Listen, that's the breaks, right? That happens.
The question every week is to decide whether Lamar is ranked 1 or whether he's ranked 2 or maybe 3. But like Lamar is always in your line.
Goff has, of course, Goff has a good matchup this week. If you feel burned by last week and your instincts are saying, like, I'm playing a lot of Lions in DFS today, so I think Goff is going to be fine. But Lamar also against the Chargers can go off and just run around and make some big plays. So
he's the league MVP, and he has 3 games with 4 or more touchdowns,
which is a tough matchup.
Passing touchdowns.
It happens. No one's perfect. Goff has had some very bad games this year as well.
Yeah, don't worry about Goff.
Belmer, Justice Hill, Cam Akers, Dylan Lobby. I'm sorry that's
Goff had a game where he threw for under 100 yards.
Yeah, he did. Prayers for you, Belmer here. I don't think you can play Dylan Lobby. I don't know. I just don't know what he's going to do.
Cam Akers, last 2 week games, Cam Akers has gotten double-digit carries and ran double-digit routes.
Yeah, it's probably Cam Akers. That's fine. Get the Bears, but it's better than the other 2 options.
He's the only one that's guaranteed to get like 5 carries.
Yeah. Giants or Cards?
For defense? How'd that happen, Johnny? Probably Cardinals. Then.
Yeah, Cardinals were Seattle in Seattle,
or the Giants against Tampa Bay. Yeah, the Giants defense is even good. Well, actually, Dexter Lawrence can get you some. Yeah. Like he's the sack, kind of automatic sack.
I'll say this: Geno Smith has 11 touchdowns and 11 interceptions this year, so like good chance he throws a pick today. Right. Maybe the Cards can return it for a touchdown or something. Bateman and Palmer are available, Lewis said. So would you pick one up as a backup plan for Ladd? I would.
Yeah. And then start Ladd.
Palmer, right?
Palmer, yeah. Because Palmer gets a big boost in role if something happens there.
Yep, agreed. All right. So she said she ran out of space here. So 1 PPR, only start 1 quarterback, need to keep 1 for the rest of the season. So you're only picking 1 here?
So so the question is whether to drop Purdy to add Herbert. I think the answer is yes. Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Purdy's got his dude. How often do you have a one?
I like Stafford.
Is there such a thing as a 1 week throwing?
You'd rather Herbert over Stafford rest of the season?
Oh, I didn't think about that. You're the QB guy.
Well, I think I take Stafford here.
Okay.
Give me Nakua and Cooper Kupp as my options here.
Yeah. Stafford.
I'm going to go Stafford. And if you can hold on to Purdy, hold on to Purdy. But if you have to drop Purdy, I'm still a little confused by the question. Need to keep 2 for the remaining of the season.
I
would keep Purdy if I can, because the report was they expect him to play next week, and I would pick up Stafford. But if you don't feel confident in Purdy, then Herbert and Stafford would be the 2 that I would pick there. Dowell or Eckler?
So next week Stafford gets the Saints anyway. So you don't even have to start Purdy next week.
No, you're playing Stafford. You're good.
Yeah.
Dowell or Eckler?
Dowell. We did that one.
You did? Okay.
Or we did. Someone asked the same question. We said
similar.
Yeah.
Hill, Ridley, or Jennings need to sit 1. I'm assuming that's Tyreek Hill. So sit 1 of Tyreek, Ridley, or Jennings.
Sit Jennings.
Yeah, Jennings is probably the play there.
Can't sit Tyreek Hill.
King of all trades with the flexes here. Herbert or Stroud? Gonna go Herbert here of Travis. Mahomes or Goff? Coop, what did I text you this morning? What did I have?
You texted me Mahomes at 5.
Overall. Mahomes at 5. Okay.
Yeah. I woke up this morning and I was just like, John, I need you to tell me what's going on at the quarterback position. It'll make my life a lot easier. You did have Mahomes at 5 and you had Goff at 6.
Yeah, it's close. I think I go Mahomes here.
It's the Panthers. Mahomes has the highest floor of any quarterback.
Yeah. DFS Theo Johnson will Schoon make you here. Theo's ownership versus Luke.
It's Schoon, man. I have Schoon flat out ranked ahead, and he's also 2,000. He's also the bare minimum price. So it's Schoon, man.
You're saving a good amount of money, Rob. So I'm good going Luke there. I'm gonna go Kenneth Walker Kareem Hunt over Kenneth Walker this week.
Kareem Hunt.
Darnold or Stroud? This is where it gets a little tough. I think I go Stroud over Darnold today.
The hand situation for Darnold is kind of I don't like it.
And as good as Justin Jefferson obviously is, he does have to deal with Jalen Johnson today.
Yep.
So that's going to be not as guaranteed as usual. 3 more questions here. Waddle, Jennings, Javonte. Pick one.
I mean, it's not Javonte. You don't like. I mean,
I'm going to go Jennings.
I like Waddle. So that Russ, you're a Fantasy Alarm member. You're gonna have to check in with Howard on that one to get the
Howard or
tiebreaker.
Malin are in chat.
And Howard's in the chat in the Discord, and for everybody else out there, Howard is hanging out this morning in the Discord. The great Howard Bender, he'll be answering questions in there. So get yourself set up with the Fantasy Alarm membership right now, and you can just ask us questions. You can ask them behind in Coop's Corner. I do got to get my tight end rankings up, but right now, John, if you want to flash that promo code one last time before we get out of here, we got a deal right now, Black Friday deal, where you can get 50% off for the
$100 off the annual All Pro.
Yeah.
It's less than $16 a month for the year. Covers all sports, all promo content we have. You get access to that premium Discord. You get all your draft guides, everything that basically comes out on site. You get access to for less than $16 a month. It comes up. It's like $15.67 a month. Again, the best deal we usually give out is 50% off, which is $19.98. We're giving you even more money off that. So if you get less, you get $100 off for the annual there. It's $187.97 for the year, and it's less than $16 a month.
Right.
So if you want to become a member for the year, you get access to everything that Coop's talking about, and that Discord where you can go talk to Bender and myself, Grande,
all my rankings there. So. All my rankings for PPR, half PPR, standard updated this morning. So it's like everything we're talking about here. I sat down, updated it all this morning. Every format.
Brian says need a 1 wide receiver, 3 to start. A Thielen, Westbrook, or Watson.
I'll go Watson, dude.
Yeah, I think it's Watson. It is very interesting that that Thielen looks like he's going to be a full go today.
Right. And Coker's, and Westbrook scores all that boy do is score touchdowns.
He has 15 catches, 5 touchdowns this year.
It's nuts, dude. 24 targets, dude. And he's got 5 touchdowns last 6 games.
Sean Tucker's a good handcuff stash.
Yeah. They said they want to get him more work, but the coach, Liam Cohen, said he deserves to play. It's just when you rotate everybody, it messes up the rhythm. So that's been his problem. But they like the player, and he would definitely play if either one of those guys goes down.
Worth dropping Darnold for Geno, Richardson, or May?
Last 2 questions here. CD Smitty and Richie Rich.
Probably you can make that move. This report says that Chuba Hubbard's still expected to get the bulk of the carries this week. So we'll see. It's very close. I mean, we like Drake May. Geno throws a ton. Richardson has the highest ceiling. So
right. I would just go for Geno. If Richardson and May are both on the wire, then they're still going to be there.
Yeah, they're going to be hanging out there.
But you want to start Geno this week.
Agreed. And then Daniels and Mahomes. I'm going Daniels.
It's got to be. I mean, they're going to crush the Cowboys. All right.
Yep. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. Week 20 again. Hit that Black Friday week deal. It'll be happening all week. FantasyStorm.com/Black Friday. Get less than $16 a month for the year over at Fantasy Alarm for your All Pro subscription.